Will I play Hytale? Now, I've been asking myself this question for a while now because I'm honestly not sure. While it looks like it'll be an amazing game, if it ever releases, that is, I don't know if I'm going to want to play it myself. Back when it first had a trailer, I was so much excitement for the release of the game. I thought that it would be a runner-up to Minecraft, the next big game. But it has been so long now that I think the hype might have died down. I don't think it's died down to the point where it's non-existent anymore, don't get me wrong, but I think that it's just not as high anymore. Because it's been, what, 4 or 5 years now? Something like that? It probably released end of 2019 is when the first trailer came out. I don't remember. I'd have to check real quick, which actually let me do that. Oh wow, I was actually wrong. I just checked, and it turns out that the Hytale trailer was released in 2018. And immediately once I got the see the release came out, I immediately watched that release video. Well, the trailer that is, because the release video hasn't, released yet. But after I watched that trailer, I watched Techno's reaction to it. And oh my gosh, was I so excited to get to play this game that a YouTuber I looked up to was playing, well, was going to play. That had the same amount of excitement I had for this game because we both came from previously like close to the same environment of playing games. That is playing Hypixel and mini games like Skyblock all the time. Now, sadly, he'll never get to experience the game. So should I play the game in like, looking up to him and doing it for him, or should I not play the game because he never got to? I assume I probably should, but I don't know, and that's been an inner battle I've been using. Now, when the game releases, of course, if it ever does, which I'm hoping it does because, let me tell you, some of the stuff that is released looks amazing. The fact that they're allowing you to mod inside the game, and they're gearing up to use it towards modding, like pro modding, that's amazing to me. I'm so happy about that. But what I'm not happy about is, I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of a cheap fake Minecraft game. The gameplay, don't get me wrong, we haven't seen very much of, but of the gameplay we've gotten to see, I mean, it's not amazing, to be honest. Like, it kind of looks like Minecraft Legends, which scares me. Because I haven't played Minecraft Legends, and I don't know if I'm going to. I'm probably not, to be honest. I only like Minecraft of a game like that from Mojang. Because I'm not going to play Dungeons, and I'm not going to play, Legends. Alright, now I'm back. Sorry, I did go for just a minute. But I'm not going to play Legends, and I'm not going to play Dungeons, which I had said before, I know that. But the thing is, this game looks so much like a mix of the two, but it also has its own little special mark. Like, its own little special thing that makes it stand out. And that's what interests me. That's what makes me think, I might actually want to play this game. But the price point, I don't know what it'll be. I haven't seen any rumors, haven't really checked up on it. I probably should. But depending on the price point, and to be honest, depending on how I think the game looks when it has a release date, it will really decide what I think of it. Now, one thing I have seen, and I'll pop an image up right now, but it's an image of kind of like a deserty place, and it's really interesting looking. It almost appears to have a gigantic tower in the background that kind of looks like it might have been like a insect related, like a spider or something might have been a clan to build it or something, with the player being very tiny walking towards it. It looks to have ruins around it, which is really cool. And the sand, I don't know how they're going to do it, because it doesn't look like a voxel, which a voxel is a square-based little particle type of thing. Kind of like an atom, but a square. And it's voxel like Minecraft is, all their cubes are voxels. And I don't know if they're going to do their sand like that. Then I'll pop up another image. It is of kind of this weird place with an interaction between a player and what looks to be a skeleton mage or wizard or archer. It's actually really cool. And in the bottom right, it kind of makes it seem like there's going to be clans, a book to level up certain skills, a potion, is that a teleporter? Probably a teleporter, and the map. And it all seems to have its own toggle abilities. It says something about how you're in the Howling Sand Ruins, and that's really interesting. the assets that they have are actually really impressive. Like, their textures and everything look great for what they are. Um, you would expect a team of this size, I don't know how big it is now that they've teamed up with this new company, but you'd expect a team of this size to not, have low quality, and it doesn't appear that they have low quality, but you would expect them to have maybe made a little bit more progress from now. But I've heard that they have been rebuilding it multiple times, and they've just had a lot of things on the road that have knocked them back from getting it done. Um, is this disappointing? Yes. Would I have loved to see it before all the hype has started to die down? Yes, I would have loved it. Sadly, we just haven't seen anything new from it, and they've been releasing new posts. I know there's one coming out soon, or one came out soon. But I really want this game to be special, and I'm going to buy it. Most likely is what I've come to the decision of, because I want to support it. But the problem is, I don't think that other people will. I don't see it being the new Minecraft anymore. I just see it being, I don't know, its own little subgenre of people that loved Hypixel and now want to go ahead and play a new game by that company that has his health being the red part. It doesn't look like he has any armor though. Now that is interesting. It could just be that the armor is related more towards his health points in general, or it just doesn't have armor. Not having armor would be disappointing because it adds a whole new layer to the game. Of course, one that we've seen before, but still a whole new layer. As I move along to the next image, it looks to be the ruins of that sand temple or tower, the outside of them, or a different one that may be near it. It appears to take a lot of inspiration from Minecraft brick style, which is fine. Like, the stone bricks look very similar to what I would assume these ones are clay bricks or sand bricks. And it's really cool, and I like it, and the sand and everything, it just kind of looks like an over-realistic Minecraft texture pack has been thrown on with a few new texture packs and mods added, which is fine. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool, but I just don't know if it's going to be that special. As I move along to a new image, it appears to be a farmer or someone, kind of maybe an adventurer, I guess. He has overalls on, and he looks to have a pot of water cooking on a furnace next to an apple. And I can't tell if these apples and stuff are actually going to be interactable or if they're just for, like a design, kind of like for building your own house, because I assume you're going to be survival and being able to do that stuff. I think it's really cool, but I don't know if the potions in the apple are interactable and not just there. That'll make it way cooler. And if those pots, they can be interactable or not, I don't really care. But the apple, that'd be sick. The hat, I hope that's what it looks like. If it's like that, it'll be cool. It's like Optifine. For Minecraft, you can just do whatever textures and stuff you want. That'll be sweet. Kind of like a Bedrock type of thing, but, in its own little game made by a separate studio. Will I support this? Yes. Will I enjoy it, and will I play a lot of it, and will it be a storyline? I'm not sure. As I move along to the next one, it appears to have a helicopter blade system set up on this guy's head. It doesn't appear to be like he's wearing a helicopter hat. He just has a helicopter coming out of his head, which is strange, but without like anything, just the blades. So maybe he has a backpack that's a helicopter. Like I said, I haven't done enough research, to be honest, to really get too far into this to choose and say what is what. But if it is a helicopter backpack, that'll be sweet. Only fear is that they won't make it so that you can fly upwards, which, is fine with me because limiting the range and making it harder for the player to progress and everything other than just having all ranged up flight and traversing is fine. That makes sense. It's cool. But yeah, there's just some really cool things like the buildings. I like how they made it kind of medieval style with the gigantic castle lurking in the background. That's just awesome. As I move ahead to the next clip, it looks to be a man exploring what looks to be a spruce-like biome in the background, and he looks to have almost nothing, just a shirt and some raggedy old pants and a torch, and he's going into this ice spikes kind of biome. Only fear is that if it is a multiplayer game that has biomes and it's just voxels, with this design, it just looks like a fake Minecraft. With the gravel, the ice, and everything, it just looks fake. So I'm really hoping that there's like some sort of ice dragon boss or some sort of awesome boss coming up that he's gonna be unprepared for. But honestly, I'm just not sure. Here's a photo of the world zones and what the designs look to be on this. Now, I'm not sure if this is truly what the final designs will be, but if so, I mean, there's some cool stuff, and I'm assuming it goes from, like, first is outmost, or outermost, and then the furthest back is, like, the most progressed through the game you can be. I don't know if you'll be able to come back, but I assume you will. It's a really interesting way of doing it. It doesn't appear to be a ton of land, that's the only thing I fear, but just looking into this, there's lava way at the bottom, which is to be expected. In the sand one, it's a little bit higher. In the caves, it appears to have a mine shaft, and there's a chest in there. There's some mushrooms over here, a water cave, that doesn't surprise me. It looks to be a troll in a cave over there, which it'll be really cool to see him. I think there may have been some images of him, some concept art. I'll pop an image up if I can find one. And if it's just straight lines, I don't think that's going to work well. I think mixing them in like actual biomes works a lot better than just straight lines, because that's just a straight cutoff from area to area. So I really hope that's not how they do it, and that's just how they like make it look from now until the actual game releases. Because I'll be way more excited if they make it something different. Looking into the lava zone in Zone 4, sorry, it's the one further back. It looks to have a gigantic grass, like, owl monument type of thing back there, which that'll be interesting to look at. It also looks like it has a lush cave type of design up there, which is really sick. Can't wait to see more of what happens to that. Oh yeah, here's the image of some troll-looking monsters. There is the hunter, the sentry, the warrior, the shaman, and the chieftain. Chieftain. They all have their own weapons. The hunter has a wolf pet, which looks deadly, and I am very scared of. Imagine waking up to that in your bed. Just looking at some of the weapons, there obviously looks to have a spear, a gigantic battle axe, a gigantic sword, a magic staff kind of looking thing, and then another looking sword with a spiky, like, kind of pointed end. You know, it's a sword. But, yeah, anyway. And finally, this is just an image I found of what looks to be a swamp monster. It's very interesting. I'm excited to see it. And if this is what it looks like with the little house in the background, I think that'll be sick. Now, all in all, am I excited for Hytale? Yes, but there's a big but. If it does not come out within the next year, maybe 2, I won't be buying it. And my reasoning for not buying it is because I respect the developers. I understand there's a lot of time that needs to be put into games. Like, I understand having to push off games for so long. But what I don't think they should have done is told fake release dates. Like, obviously shooting for 2023, okay. But don't hype us up multiple times like that, because you're just going to let your community down, and then eventually they're going to be disappointed and no longer want to really care or see what you have to offer. And that's kind of the boat that Hytale seems to be in. And that's kind of scary to me. So I hope they release it soon, within the next 1 or 2 years, because there's so many games, and I hope they choose a good release date to where it's actually a good game coming out at a good time. If the game is disappointing, hopefully it's released through Steam, and I'll just turn it back. But I'll definitely try to make one video over it when it comes out, if it comes out in the next 1 or 2 years. So, yes, I will be playing Hytale. Yes, I'm excited for Hytale, but I'm kind of scared for it. And that's my opinion on this game. So if you enjoyed this, please do like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.